Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
When you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So Georgia's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
And there was lots of space as he gets into the 39-yard line. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Dropping back, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew that...
It's the same wide open! Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. There he goes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's McGowan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hauls it in. There he goes. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. The play action fake. Using the quick game. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's second and long. Looking for room. It's McGowan. Nice move to keep running. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by 7 over Miami. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Offense in a bunch formation. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He's got it inside the 30. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls and fires complete. Open space at the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Everybody and their brother showing blitz. On the ground, it's McGowan. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Stockton. Got it in the middle, it's Belt. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Georgia going up tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
To the air on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Law. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Trying to hit the sideline on the right. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Making side adjustments here.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in on the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. However, Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Minnesota. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snagged in the middle. It's Law. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the tailback. Turning on the Jets. Wide open spaces. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll run it on first and goal. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Second down, they'll go to the air. Made a defender miss. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. On the set. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off play action. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. So that will go into the stat book as the rare one-play drive for a field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Blasted as he lets it go. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bulldogs offense will start this game off with the football. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you can make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Offense in an empty set. To the air. It's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Young. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Just keeps slinging it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Fires on the move. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They're testing the right side here. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Wildcats are rolling down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll leave it with the lone back. just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down. Offense in the hurry-up. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. He's got the tight end all the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wideout. They'll try to outflank him with the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's long. Touchdown, Wildcats. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw at Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Spits it out to the back. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. And they'll bring it out to the 25. So Kentucky's offense will have first crack at this one. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
And this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David. I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've seen. Calendar, knowing that these two teams were going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air on second down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking...
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Georgia's offense will go to work for the first time today. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup, and, you know, you want to slow him down. Like, make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going for the big play. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that time the defense in 3rd and long, 6 DBs on the field. There's not going to be anywhere to throw the football with that zone coverage. They do a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, David. They break on the ball for the pick.
Yeah, great job forcing the 3rd and long, predictable situation. Like you said, now you got them right where you want them. You practice those situations, all those extra DBs, and they make the big play.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity. And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll throw it. Fakes to grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Sets up the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game, too. As complete a win as they've had for some time. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He might want another play. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. And the Dogs are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Catch in the middle, it's Bell. Oh, a lot of space. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. The ball's free. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Kentucky! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.